Archdeacon Patrick Cunningham, other officials and members of the St. Luke's Church, Board of Directors, managers, staff of the MMS Limited Group, clients, colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers from the Moorkeys Lodge, as well as a special mention to a Miss, as it is Child's Month, Miss Gabrielle Gittens, who celebrated her birthday yesterday. She's 12 years old, so I'll give her a hand. Good morning and welcome. Please allow me to add my words of thanks to the clergy and the members of St. Luke's Church for graciously accommodating us as we worship with you this morning. Thank you for permitting the Manpower family to join you in what has been an uplifting Thanksgiving service to mark our 35th anniversary. 35 years in the life of any organization can seem like an eternity. But during this time, our company has seen both triumphs and tragedies. That we have emerged on this side of 3.5 decades and are here celebrating today is testimony to what can be achieved with hard work, dedication, and courage. As our founder and chairman, Audrey Hinchcliffe says in her book, The Will to Overcome, and if you haven't have that book as yet, please try and get it, The Will to Overcome. The success that is seen today has a history which is not for the faint-hearted, but thankfully it also reinforces the principle that when you have something to do, just do it. Stick to it. The Manpower story is a blueprint for what it takes to succeed when the odds are stacked against you. Audrey Hinchcliffe believed and continues to believe that building Manpower will always be a work in progress. It is a daily commitment that sees us not only patting ourselves on the back as we acknowledge our accomplishments, but putting our shoulders to the wheel, being disruptors when change and innovation are the only paths to progress, and lifting our voices with confidence and conviction, even when the truth may be uncomfortable. This is a part of the legacy that we are called to honor and to which we must add value as together we strive to take MMS into the future. Being appointed the CEO to the CEO's position at Manpower is not only challenging, but also exciting and fulfilling. And I stand here today very, very, very fulfilled and excited. Attempting to walk in the footsteps of the chairman means that I have huge shoes to fill, as hers and the Manpower's reputation for professionalism, service, and efficiency in the marketplace is legendary. I'm therefore privileged and honored to have been given the opportunity to serve in such a dynamic and multifaceted organization at this time. And I thank the Board of Directors, staff, as you can see the staff here today, clients, there are clients here today, vendors, indeed all stakeholders for the tremendous support that I've received since I assumed office 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and that time ran off really quickly. In celebrating our company's remarkable achievement, let us pay tribute to our chairman for transforming her vision into reality and ultimately giving all of us the privilege of sharing the journey and expanding that vision. Let us also pledge to take the additional steps and that must be taken, forge the raging rivers that must be forged, and scale the higher mountains that must be scaled. As we strive each day to make Manpower better than it was the day before, as I always say, we need to make, even if it's 1%, we increase on 1%, be 1% better than the day you were before. Today we are not just celebrating 35 years of survival and success, but the legacy of one of Jamaica's most noble daughters and an outstanding visionary. When the chairman passed the baton of leadership to me in 2023, I believe that in accepting it, I did so on behalf of all stakeholders. I therefore invite all stakeholders to continue the journey and grow with us. Working with the Board of Directors, we aim to provide the leadership and direction that will make this organization an even greater force for change and innovation in the marketplace for the next 35 years and beyond. And remember, please, immediately after service, join us for breakfast right next door. I thank you.
Good morning, church. Archbishop Patrick Cunningham, members of the clergy, members of the church committee, official and other members of the church and the church congregation, MMS Board of Directors, shareholders, managers and staff, all of you, good morning, and thank you for joining us here this morning to worship, give thanks, and celebrate Manpower's 35th anniversary, which is actually today, the 4th of May. A heartfelt thanks also to the St. Luke's family for welcoming us warmly and hosting this service. No celebration is without the memories, and so for me personally, as well as for others here, family members. Can you stand, please? There's Marilyn Price, who came in from New York, Faith Williamson, who came in from Florida, my grandson Matthew Hinchcliffe, and Norma Henry, who, like the poor, is always with me. You will hear a little bit more about their role in Manpower. My family, who has been my backbone. This is much a moment of reflection, as it is a time of thanksgiving and triumph. From a modest enterprise created in an attempt to provide employment for myself, Manpower Maintenance Services Limited has evolved into a multi-service entity serving over 200 clients and with some 3,000 employees who are the backbone of our organization. You will agree with me that this is a pinch me moment. I have learned many lessons along the way, one of which is solid, positive family support is everything. Workers are everything. Success is not a sprint, but a marathon built brick by brick. After 33 years at the helm of MMS, as founder, chairman, and chief executive officer, cook and bottle washer, I officially retired from the position of CEO on March 27, 2023, and handed the day-to-day operations over to the very capable Don Gittens while I continue to serve as chairman. I pay tribute to the board of directors and staff, both past and present, and thanks to all of them for their invaluable support. I also thank my many clients, suppliers, supporters, well-wishers, partners, and advisors who continue to cheer us on, and even our competitors and critics who challenge us to do better. Today, we are not just here recognizing an anniversary, but celebrating the blessings of the Almighty, the rewards of hard work, the triumph of hope, the fruits of faith, and support of the countless men and women whose encouragement, sacrifice, and committed service have brought us to this point. While there was no headline in our nation's paper on May 4th, 1990, heralding Manpower, what it said then, interestingly, is the front page in the Daily Gleaner then referred to Jamaica's newspaper was "Bush will help Jamaica." I wondered then who was going to be helping me. Today, we are not just here recognizing an anniversary, or no, I've went that already, about the headline. I do not know what is the headline in today's paper, but there is certainly a massive supplement of which we'll be leaving the church a copy. Today we are heralding the Manpower's birth, or declaring the names of those who would play roles in the development of the organization. The Manpower story, which is chronicled in our supplement that I just mentioned, tells a tale of survival and growth, due entirely to the numerous helping hands and generous hearts that have supported us over these 35 years. And I want to specifically recognize Manpower's first employee, Monica Young. Could you stand, please? Started as a clerk and is now a general manager for People Services. I want to specifically recognize Faith Williamson, the first family member who joined in, and when I was suffering, sold her car and lent me the money. I want to recognize my niece Marilyn Price, who maxed out her credit card and lent me the money. I want to recognize Norma Henry, who went to the bank and got a line of credit. I regret that my children are not here, but my daughter, Dr. Annette Hinchcliffe, also maxed out her credit card. My son gave his own personal contribution. Thank you all, and I bless you. The words of the scripture found in St. Paul's letter to Galatians, chapter 6, verse 9, resonates with me. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we not faint. We have come a long way, but past successes should not lead to complacency. Rather, they should propel us to set even more lofty goals, resulting ultimately in greater achievements. CEO Don Gittens continues to demonstrate that he is a man for the moment, as he is committed to building on the successes that we will give the organization an even firmer foothold as we power into the future. This morning, my heart is full, and I'm glad. Thank you very much. We have some presentations for the church.
So we're going to start with a supplement that came out in the Gleaner this morning. So we're very proud of it. And then we can't come to church and not give a donation. So we're giving some money as well. You should really clap for the money part.
Thank you.
Somewhere along the line, I became a writer, in addition to being a janitor. So my book, The Will to Overcome, Reflections on Circumstance, Vision, and Service, sir, for your church library.
Thank you very much.
Another book is also A Time Like No Other, the COVID-19 pandemic. I was the first to track and document what COVID was doing to us in Jamaica, and also make a presentation to the church for your library, sir.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the St. Luke's family, I'd like to say thanks to Manpower for being here this morning and for their presentation. And I'd like to make an announcement that they will celebrate 36 years next year in St. Luke. Thank you.